a community that is in love and that is in peace and harmony. We have a lot of things that we have to worry about, and the world has challenged us with that. But because there is only a small group of us that we can do a lot of things. And Venerable Master Xi always said that the heart, um, the person is small, but the heart is big. So together we can do a lot of things. So may I ask Venerable Zifu to help me play the video? It's 1 minute. I was given the task to share what we have for the Tears of Goodness School, and together with me, we have Ms. Anne from the NCR region, and also teacher Talmud, who has been supporting for Tears of Goodness School. And of course, none of this would happen if it wasn't from the support of BRIA, President's Office and Advisor of Office and staff of our chapters who have doing it together. And we have been gathering stories, pictures of our world's partners in the Department of Education. What? So the benefit of Reacts of Goodness, I would like to bring up my PPT after I finish reading this. That we have seen from the stories of our Reacts of Goodness partners or schools, principals, and officers from that in different regions. That is, there is an advocacy. We see that the bullying case has dropped specifically because the students are now policing each other. So when a classmate is saying bad things, then the others would just signal the clearance of goodness signs. We should do these good words and think about. No one say, but it comes from the heart. Then, being a clearance of goodness school, we bring us in another principle. So one of the school principle would say, it is a sihata. It's in the school, not just seen as a founder of Buddhism that lived 2,600 years ago, but more as a person of wisdom and compassion that wants to give equality to all. Equality in accessibility of education to all, and equality to grow each students so that they receive respect and support. Then our Dreams of Greatness and Award School we will be receiving a small grant for each school, but it is a lump sum from our benefactors and the donors who see the importance of value educations on Dreams of Goodness and start that from a young age. So I want to take this opportunity to thank those. You see that there is a list of the 3 slices. We have received 700 school projects or applicants from different schools across 32 divisions from the Philippines. But yet last year, we worked very hard and we raised 4. The raise for 300 schools. So we are working very hard again this year so that we hope that even though for the school that might not be receiving the grant, but they would be able also to receive the message that they can bring in a framework or in a structure on doing bodily goods and saying words, kind and generous, and also being gentle thoughts so that we can bring people together. And lastly, we have a workshop which will be introduced more later on humanistic Buddhism or on the work of from a scientific perspective, how we can bring that to school that can encourage learning and teachers. May I bring up the PowerPoint to enforce, I have to say. This is like a family gathering, so it's also taking this opportunity to make a report to our friends who we haven't met for a long time, and to our family who have always said that I can close my business in the early 2020s, but I cannot close my temple because this is my spiritual home, and I cannot close the dream of Venerable Master Tea forming college scholarships. So I will continue to support and eat less, no dinner for me, but I make sure that food go on so to our scholar from college and the internet lot so that they can access still continue to go to class. So I think this is what Venerable Master King said. I am not important, you are important. I don't have to be happy. I can suffer, but you should be happy. Must be happy. I can be small, but you are big. So again, together, with a small number of us, but we can make great things together. So Tales of Goodness Group, I have two parts of the projects that we do. So over the years, since 2016, coming partnerships under our guidance of Head Venerable Miao Guang, that we bring our Kasi of Venerable Master King through to school children. So there's only one thought that we have, Miss Daniel would agree, that is for on the betterment of our children, growing up with the righteous value and a good heart. And hence that we see over the year that they grow good attitude for their life and seeing hope in their life. So from the first round that we only have 25 schools in the first year, and last year we get to offer to 300 goodness to 300 schools. And many of them are returning, many of them too are first timers. So we have 680 schools that are promoting or have been promoting of creative goodness. And then I think about 600,000 students, people in the school. One thing that I asked one of the of one text to happen in the school. Miss Mina from Indoro Shibua, because we see that the students get to be more received. I think meditations help to set it down. Their heart and their mind not too excited over all this, but to humbly accept it. Then we have across the country. Last year we had a night morning, and this school might be in the province far away, because in nature it's going to be city. So those photos that we had seen are different regions. I'll check out the shop of the city. So if anything will be invited to you, we will listen to. And I found that this is not the school you need to go into the community. So when I found this meeting, last September, we have been receiving tributes videos from our different divisions, office, and also from the different school. And that we felt like that it is like our elderly or our respect the teachers, everyone to say thank you to Venerable Society. And that thought continued on next slides. How do we see the impact? Because we receive a lot too. While we are living, we are also receiving. That one of the school principal, he and we have also Sir Gloria from Massachusetts that both of them over the last during that time. They received Maracanã President's Award for Outstanding Civic Servants. We are very proud, so I asked, how did you get that award? Well, that's because of Create for Goodness and helped me grow compassion and creativity to help our students going through bad times and to support our parents and so that the children or the young one can continue their studies. And so the ideas of the visions is present across. So that's why when we come together, we don't just come together for a meal, but we come together because our ideas click and our hearts connect. So then we will become the impact that one division, so the new divisions from the first year at Sarai City, 7 schools, and now they have complete molding and implementing creative fitness in a whole divisions with 9 research. Then the superintendent, Mr. Amden, and now has transferred to Cadiz last year. 2 years ago, 100% implementations in Saga divisions. And now she will protect and Cadiz City next door neighbor. Also 100% creates of good divisions. So she will be receiving an acknowledgement from a recognition from our Taiwan headquarters to see her effort and her trust in creates of goodness. Next slide. So our goal this year, we have received 700 applicants, but we only could support our 300 school. So this year, please help us to at least get up to half of those who have applied. But Teacher Tara would know more. We will be receiving more applications this year, right? And so let's do that. So we're going to that because of the to the community. Next one, just a very quick few slides on our cultural work. We have an art cultural program that will be shared by our presidents of BRA. But other related to Trias of Goodness is the singing contest. And all of us get excited because our head Alice said that all the winners can go to Taiwan on an excursions or music trip. Then the other excitement is that we have Sir Joe Marie Joe Chen, 3-hour judge, Joe Marie Chen. So all the kids will celebrate to the young one. And I think one thing that also brings us together, we did a hard get connected because we see that from American Master to the Philippines and to our school and our friends and our data community. There's one thing we have in common. There's want to see others grow well. It is support, and we want to open the others' mind and eyes, or we call the six senses, so that we will be able to receive the world in a much settled, or the words are relevant way to our needs. Then in Star Living, so we have a high violent foundations that was found by Venerable Master in the first year of therapy of 4 years ago. And hence, we continue to promote vegetarians. So you will see how diligent we are because we start a new tea house next door. That is important to live. Then and open early morning for purpose. Then we have a Dreamer Star. We encourage running, good healthy living, and also and also tree planting for to save the earth. So last, I wanted to say Venerable Miao Guang has worked very hard in the Institute of Humanistic Buddhism, reading books. A lot of people ask why it needs to be print out, but she also used to make it electronic ever. So we have the journal, which we often we take this opportunity to invite writers. And we will take a papers, and we will also take paper meetings, pieces form, and also literature form. And I want to introduce Mr. Dr. Kim, our Dharma sister. You over the last 8 years since the first publications of the journal, she has submitted and successfully published over 200 pieces. Many others. And then we would like to ask you to sign up. We are also giving today taking your sign up today for the one set of Buddha Dharma Pure and Simple, which is a set of 6 volumes. And for your individual, because I'm very happy to see you here. It's a Dharma sharing and also a Dharma giving from Venerable Master Singh, a gift from him. And you can sign up at the registration booth later on. Then you will deliver once we receive. And we would also like to visit you in the coming days of New. So thank you very much again for your time, and may you always be blessed with joys, love, and a lot of lots of visuals generating opportunity so that we can walk together now hand in hand in actions for 2024. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the mention. Gavin, we would like to welcome you can to talk about education and training. Good afternoon, everyone, and Venerable Miao Guang, welcome to the meeting. And you have heard Venerable Miao Guang talk about the 3 acts of goodness. I will not bore you with many words, but I want you to go into a journey through this video. This is a documentation of the 4-day training that I give to all teachers, including principals and superintendents and supervisors of the Department of Education. This is like high in energy, not very much like our atmosphere today, very reflective. I'm just warning you because if you're teaching more than 100 teachers, you have to have high energy. And so just go with it. And this is all about the various modules. And then towards the end, we have acting the Buddhist things, just to give you a background. So just enjoy. This is 5 minutes. Or too considerable, or it embodies all dharmas. It is about self-purification, self-management, and self-education. The purpose of collective cultivation is to maintain mutual respect of people's conducts, shared values, equal distribution of benefits, harmonious social coexistence, loving and kind speech, as well as mental joy of spiritual attainment. This concept of collective harmony introduced by the Buddha when he first established the monastic community is truly what humanistic Buddhism is advocating today. I have this opportunity to be able to share with you all this knowledge. And that is my mission to bring together all kinds of people and promote goodness.
make people harmonize with one another. Remove all the borders because we are one. The vision of Sangha is one of the vision of the whole Philippines. 100% we actually with the same universal travel. Spiritual is the direct transpersonal experience, like oneness of life. Listen to my respect. Time is a very spiritual. And he said, this whole creation is so complex, and yet there is the awesome regularity of the cosmos, the creative force, and he knelt in awe and wonder.
Will continue on to support educated level because you have to believe that it's the Indian people, children, our school.
Enlightened people are stayed with you because intuition is anchored on truth. The purer you become, the more intuitive you become. How many times in a day? How many times are we able to speak good about other people? The three of this is not only there for us to see or to say, but it's also something that we need to embody in ourselves. Remove all the labels, remove all the offers, that kind of approach, that kind of oneness towards making life easy for others, to make this world a better place to live. If we practice all Christian of the law, karma, and they understand well, may we can get rid of dishonesty and corruption. Your attitude and your outlook, your perspective of what God is all about will now slowly change to focus on yourself, that you are truly responsible for the kind of life you create for yourself. Person who is enlightened, very, very serious and feeling. I think you changed. We are not in an era. Oh, you changed the name. You are me. Send you the link. Maybe we are to send you the link. Send one link. YouTube ba or YouTube? So I said, now we will to embrace that, your contribution, we should be able to do more work in the coming months and the coming years. So thank you very much for your participation, for your contribution, and we look forward again to working with our educators. Thank you so much, Dr. Benjamin. Thank you very much, kids. Good afternoon, Venerable Miao Guang, Venerable Miao Guang, and all the members in the room, colleagues and friends. Good afternoon. Thank you for taking the time out to be here. As you have heard, there's there's always something for us here. Okay. And so for this afternoon, let me share with you what else could be done. Okay. And I'll be talking about, well, I'm tasked to talk the research strand. For those who are interested and participate in. Okay, next slide, please. And so far, since sometime towards coming out of the pandemic, we're thinking that we could probably do some explore research possibilities under the umbrella of Humanistic Buddhism. Okay, and so what I will share with you is what we have been doing so far since the middle of 2022 up to the present and where we are headed in the next few years. So I will be talking about some possible academic papers, researches, and then paper presentations, and linkages. And what else can be done? Next slide, please. And so here are just some possible researches in humanistic Buddhism, those who are in the academe and who are eager to write researches on humanistic Buddhism. So I've listed out some possibilities. And as you can see, there's humanistic Buddhism as a modernization of Chinese Mahayana Buddhism. Then there's also humanistic Buddhism, theory and practice, humanistic Buddhism in the Philippines, humanistic Buddhism in cultural engagements and social transformations. Then, of course, the ever-growing concern for the environment and controversial artificial intelligence, and that on education, which I think concerns every one of us. So these are just some of the possible leads that we could pursue when it comes to research. Next, please. And then to do this, right, since we started to talk about this in 2022, since I come from the University of San Carlos Department of Philosophy. So we started the dialogue, the initial thoughts on humanistic Buddhism. We called the first series Affinities and Pathways, a dialogue between philosophy and Buddhism. There are two of my colleagues who are philosophy, just to start the ball rolling, to start a conversation that would later focus on humanistic Buddhism. Of course, the second series was given to us by no less than the Chancellor of the Institute of Humanistic Buddhism Taiwan, Miao Guang, who talked about the perspective, retrospective of humanistic Buddhism. So what is really humanistic Buddhism? Where did it come from? How did it evolve? What is it now and where is it going? And this path, where it is going, actually involves every one of us here. It will not happen with just us here at the table. It's a joint effort with everyone. Next, please. And we also have some international presentations. So from those two lectures, there's been some initiative to really explore writing academic papers on humanistic Buddhism. There were some of us who went to Taiwan last December for the International Symposium in Humanistic Buddhism. And it was participated by scholars from different parts of the world, actually reading academic papers in humanistic Buddhism. And I'm happy to say that in August, we will also be presenting the World Congress of Philosophy. And so far, we will be presenting on the comparative view between socially engaged Buddhism and humanistic Buddhism, and also the role of singing humanistic Buddhism as an ethics of care in our Buddha world. So these are some of the papers that we will be presenting in the World Congress of Philosophy that will happen in Rome in August this year. Next, please. And with regards to academic linkages, so we are hoping that we will be partnering with universities and colleges in the Philippines, faculty and student exchanges and collaborations, through researches, colloquiums, roundtable discussions, and lectures. The goal really is to, promote and encourage research on this and maybe for this group right now, we can form a possible lecture series interdisciplinary on humanistic Buddhism. Okay, please. And with regards to journal publications, although he's not here, but I included our Father Aristotle B. Since he published in 2022, I think you can read it on the screen. And then also what I published in 2023. Yes, so it's really all about Buddhist modernism in the Philippines, emerging localization of humanistic Buddhism. And in my case, that is the Suzuki's relevance to the modernization of Buddhism, studies in humanistic Buddhism, Shan Buddhism. Okay, next please. And so the goal, okay, we plan to have a journal on humanistic Buddhism, something that involves really academic researches in humanistic Buddhism, interdisciplinary, open to all faculty and graduate students, blind peer reviewed, and hopefully annual. But of course, this will not happen without your help. So we are encouraging everyone to try and delve into research in humanistic Buddhism. There's always something to write about, especially in humanistic Buddhism that is a modern movement in Buddhism. So it's not just about being contained in the temple, but to really immerse yourself out there in the real world and what can be done and translate that into writing. So that's a challenge. We're up for that challenge. Next, please.
Thank you.
And so you can see there the roadmap so far. Researches in humanistic Buddhism. Then there's the researches and papers for presentations. Then the academic linkages, which will start. There's the first linkage that will happen in the Institute of Humanistic Buddhism Taiwan in the University of San Carlos Department of Philosophy. It will be signed. There's an MOU that will be signed on Saturday, and that's also one of the reasons why Chancellor is here. Virtual nations. Then there's the academic journal publication, and eventually, with your help, because we're all in this together, it's the HBCP journal. So thank you very much, and we're all excited together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This after the history you have here, Auntie Kathy, being president of the LIU.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please, yeah. As you all know, Venerable Master Ching is the founder of Forum, and VLIA is also it's an association created by Forum for volunteers to become members and to serve people who are Venerable Master Ching. He's an example. He led by example on what he teaches, like the three acts of goodness, good peace, speak good words, and speak good thoughts. Another example would be the four givings, give other people hope, confidence, joy, and convenience. An example, a very good example of that is the giving hope by providing 100% scholarship for less fortunate Filipinos. Giving confidence is preparing them to face the future challenges. Giving them convenience is provide them best facilities for education and lodging. Giving them joy is to help their parents, support them since they cannot afford to support them. So parents would not have problem of feeding their children or supporting them, giving them education. In all our schools, Venerable Master Ching always make sure we have the best professors, best facilities, proper nutrition, best Dharma guiding principles regardless of races. To me, this is the greatest place to mold the young kids who are the future leaders of the world. So I would say Master Xingyin, Venerable Master Xingyin has changed the life of many people. Master Xingyin also created the Siddhartha musical based on the book he wrote, Story of Sakyamuni Buddha. We were able to form a cast which is from our Guangming Institute in Cebu. They are all, I'm happy to say that they are all purely Catholic, but they are willing to be our volunteers to play the story of Sakyamuni Buddha. In 70 years, Siddhartha the musical has visited 15 countries and performed nearly 200 shows. And to give an update of the report, they'll be leaving this end of April for Africa for another show. And give you a latest update of one of our valuable project would be the story of the Master Show. We only started the first show on Feb. As of today, April 18, we already have 7 shows. And still there are a lot of people requesting. So I believe with all this, you can see the students, farming college, especially the first 2 batches, the early batches, the graduates, they stay behind. Some of them are now teachers and guiding council of farming college. We have 5 universities around the world. Luckily, Philippines is very lucky. We are the 5th, and that's Kwangming College in Tagaytay. We have different sports from our universities. We have male and female basketball team, baseball team, soccer team, gymnastics. But in Philippines, we're quite new, so we only have male basketball team and a cheering squad. And also, luckily, we were able to win games, even we're new, we're able to win games during competition with other universities in Philippines and also in Taiwan. As far as I can give this the latest report I can give to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Indeed, our distinguished speakers represent a diverse range of perspective and experiences, united by shared commitment to advancing knowledge, fostering dialogues, and driving progress that we need today, right? Now, I would like to ask our friends, Mr. Nelson Guevara, G Flex Group President and FFCCCII Board Member, to give his insight to what we have.
Hello, I am everyone to Venerable, and actually this is my first time to see lots of people. I'm speaking in front of lots of people. I didn't prepare any speech or any dialogues or anyway. I will just share my experience being a partner with Guangming College. Actually, our company has been supporting the basketball leagues called UCAL universities and colleges, athletics leagues, and Kwon College has been supporting us, has joined us for the last 2 conference, and it was very successful. First we during our because we this league we've been doing this league for almost 6 years already, since 2016. Then we stopped during the pandemic, and but first we only had 7 to 8 colleges, like CU and other big schools. But right now, during 2022, I think one college just joined our leagues, and I was surprised that they're very good players, professional players, good coach. What and so we really appreciate the support of Kwame College. And I will just share why I want our company want to support this kind of activity, sports activity, because doing sports can help us self discipline and also to create a good teamwork and active and to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And also for the students, most of the students right now are doing computer games, cell phones, and we still want these students to maintain their physical activities, face-to-face activities. First, quiet, to avoid doing any illegal activities such as using illegal drugs or taking alcohols or gambling. So we want to avoid this thing for our students, for the youth. And our company wants to groom and develop more athletes, more amateur players to become future national players or national team uh, to represent our country or to represent the schools in competing with other schools in other countries. And that's all. I only share my short experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that good speech. And also we have here today Dr. Marjorie Vasco, known poet and writer, Professor Emeritus Literature and Palakaway.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here with you and listen to very inspiring thoughts and possible actions that we can do together. As a person in the academy, I'm very happy with what Dr. May shared with us because I think while we are doing what we love to do with humanistic Buddhism, it is also important to think about what we are doing. We have to reflect, we have to meditate, and also to think about how it can be done better. And so all of these things that are open now to us is not only a challenge, but I think something that we can all embrace with love. And this is very well exemplified by the three acts of goodness, which I think we all try to practice every day in our relationships with each other, our relationships with the world, and our relationships with ourselves. So thank you very much for speaking to us and sharing with us all of these inspiring thoughts.
Those are words of our life. Now, to formally end the program, I would like to ask Mary BLI officer for the closing.
May I, overcome you have
Before the closing remark, we would like from Mr. Pei Chu.
Good afternoon, presenters. I just want to share my personal experience with Venerable Miao Guang. Several years ago, I was I used to be a theology professor, and our university was invited for Venerable to go to Taiwan. And for the first time, he was still alive, you know. So what strikes me most, I will describe Venerable's show with his name, age. I was so lucky to Shane. I was so happy to see him in person. So this is my experience with him. Age is filled with humility. He's so humble. He reached out to us. We are all Catholics, professor of the University of the Philippines, of Santo Tomas. Yes, I asked him, he was so old. Venerable, why? You're so strong. He said, it's mine. Can you please smile? Everyone, smile. I, my, in my encounter with him, so interesting. I started to jot down my personal experience with him. Interest. And he gave a very talk, but I find it very nurturing. Deep inside, I was very much affected, especially his activities. And Jean, I felt his generosity, and especially his life, he tried to reach out to people to show them much. And so, his surname Jung actually is a challenge to all of us to accept and embrace the three acts of goodness, regardless of your religion, affiliation. I'm so sad. I invited an imam from Australia. I think they disappeared already. Okay, so the three acts of goodness. You doing it You can do it. Can you? Resilient in you understanding this regardless of the belief, standing. And if you embrace the three acts of goodness, you are to become a new person who can bring love and peace everyone. I love you all. Thank you.
Now, I would like to welcome again Venerable Miao to present a closing remark.
我们非常欢迎我们的法师能够一起参与我们的天佛家的论坛。I'd like to welcome, but now to thank you. Thank you, first Venerable Master Xing for his big heart to bring us together. That he has shown his compassion and wisdom to gather us like one big family from across the world, even here in the Philippines, but around that we come together. And I want to thank Venerable Miao Guang again, and also our guest speakers today who have flew in from a different path that show humanistic Buddhism and also show spiritual guidance for what we can do and further what we are doing here in the Philippines. Miao Guang Fashi has again bring us together and take this first step for 2024 and leading on to the different aspect of our work for the society, for the community, for our peoples. Then I want to thank the Linkages for the clouds. The one in yellow vest, so you can see them from afar. Brightness it means, but really a bright smile it brings. That continue us to be a strong community and our spiritual partners for people around us. In Humanistic Buddhism, our head abbot has been here for 35 years and continues to guide us, Venerable Miao Guang. That she couldn't be here today, but on her behalf, I want to also thank you all that because from her I learned equality. That she has seen Philippines as her home, and that she says she is hello because she speaks Cebuano and Tagalog, but really this is a good mix, harmony and taste. I once asked a young person, "Oh, what do you remember about the Philippines after your 10 days trip here?" He said, hello. So I guess that means the sweetness that it brings to all of us and stay sweet in our heart. So the leadership that Venerable Miao Guang has to always show us equality that leads on to respect and faith. That humanistic Buddhism that she has under the advocacy of Venerable Master Xing. That it is the basis for personal growth and community development. And it is also a spiritual wellness that we want to make every day better. Today is better than the yesterday. So it is our guidance that we befriend each other. So looking forward, we will have more time together at dinner. Things always get done easier when there is food. So our dinner later on that we will bring together and build, bring spot together and build new endeavors to strengthen and to further existing collaborations. And we, in order for our one commitment, that is to bring peace, love, and harmony from the Philippines to the world. And so the world doesn't just see us that we are not great, that we have a platform, that we are further, but really get us to see us because we are people that wants to make this world a better place to live in together through our own effort and communion service. So last, I want to acknowledge and special thank you to Mr. Lawrence to bring me our Channel TV to record this important moment today. And I also want to acknowledge the Philippines has always been very supportive of our cultural endeavor here in the Philippines, here in our life. And as an ambassadors for the people do anything of the government of the Philippines. One love.
We'll continue, and Venerable Miao Guang will be in Cebu tomorrow. So maybe here we'll talk to you about.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Cecile. I actually just sent a poster just now to Venerable Shifu. So for those who are interested, there will be a lecture on death and dying from the Buddhist perspective. And it will be shared and presented by Venerable Miao Guang on Saturday from 9 to 12. Well, actually from 9:30 to 10:30. And it will be hybrid, so it's face-to-face. It will also be in Zoom. So if you're interested, the poster is stages like Chun Temple, Mabuhay Temple, in Venerable Miao Guang stage. So please just scan the QR code and then we'll send you a link to the Zoom and the passcode as well. This is for this Saturday. So perspective of death and dying, well, from a Buddhist perspective. So we hope to see everyone there. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mary. So this was unexpected. I was only told that the talk would be delivered in St. Carlos. And then 3 days later, she said, oh, it could be online. And now this is broadcasted across Philippines. So, a matter of life and death for me. Because I thought, oh, well, I mean, never come to Philippines before. I have I'm very happy to share this with you.
Thank you so much, speakers. Now we would like to invite everyone for a photo opportunity. I would like to invite speakers to come in front and you guys could join us. Thank you.